Topic time, where we talk about what you think about. Welcome to the Orange Lounge with HKO Live.
Welcome back to the show. We are just about getting into our topic time for tonight. It's 47 after 8 p.m. here on the Orange Lounge, here on Radio Max 105.1 FM.
The Orange Lounge, Wednesday nights, 7 to 10 p.m. on Radio Max 105.1 FM with your host, HKO Live.
Well, it seems as though attractive men and women tend to be single more frequently and for long periods than average-looking people. Why and what makes this a good choice for most pretty women? And are men too afraid to approach such women? So tonight on Topic Time, we are discussing why do hot women stay single? Okay, Miss Philo, let's start with you. Okay, looks like Nanabans is struggling to hear me. So, why do many pretty women like staying single?
Okay, so the reason why most of them are single or like to be single or stay single. One of the reasons is education.
Education?
Yes. Like they just want to, further their education and they want their freedom. Independence too is...
Yeah, no, can you hear me? Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Sorry, I said
what? Okay, it's going to be terrible with phone lines today.
Okay, so staying single is personal choice. Yeah, it's their personal choices depending on the individuals. So just as I said, sometimes they stay single just to focus on their career and then their education. Okay, that's why I want to go. This career woman. So I want to get there. This is the target I've set for myself. Maybe to have my PhD before I get. Maybe to have my PhD before I get married.
Okay.
Maybe to have my PhD before I get married. So sometimes the focus and then the career they set for themselves. That one, it's one of the reasons. And then they also, there are some that they prioritize personal growth and then independence. They want to grow personally and they want to also be independent. They don't want the situation whereby they think that after work somebody will come and tell you, hey, I'm hungry, did you prepare food, you didn't do this, you didn't clean the house. Like they feel like no, I want to be alone. And then choosing to wait for the right partner too. Sometimes they want the right partner. Maybe a dream man, no, someone who has maybe some mansion be at East Legon, and the person should be well to do, some business tycoon with some Porsche cars and all that. So if they set certain targets or standard for themselves, or when they picture their dream man, how they want their dream man to be, and they realize that those that are coming are not up to the standard, they end up waiting. So they can choose to wait. And then also enjoying solo life and then freedom. If I go home and I get my kenke, I eat. If I don't get kenke, I eat. Freedom. Nobody controls you. Hey, I don't know, but why are you late? It's past this time. Why are you not in the house? Where are you? Whom are you with? That kind of thing. So when they stay single, at least all these things, nobody will ask them. So they just stay single to enjoy their solo life and then their freedom.
And to run away from responsibilities.
If you want to say it that way, and and then sometimes some too are single as a result of past relationship trauma, the trauma that you've been through.
Okay.
If assuming you went through a relationship that the guy was, beating you and all that, I don't think you even have the desire to go through another again. So all these things, yes. So past relationship too is when it comes to the negative experiences in the past relationship is also a contributing factor for some ladies staying single too as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So these are, and then unrealistic expectations too can also, when it comes to the social and then cultural factors, unrealistic expectations can come in. That is perfectionism. I'm not perfect. Me say. You see that kind of thing. If you live in a society whereby obi animal attitude, yeah, that one you always stay single actually. Because wait, she has this character. Wait, she's this. Wait, she's that. Wait, he is this. So that thing, that stigma. Sometimes if care is not taken, it will let you stay single for a long time unless you decide to relocate to a different place that nobody knows you.
Relocation.
Yes.
Because to find love.
Oh yes. If not, it's true. Oh, see, sometimes and then it's up to them. And if you like, do that research too and see those people they are all single too. You could see that those people that have been tagged in a way, they don't get married. Even men don't even approach them because people will tell you. So far as you are in that society, people will tell you the kind of things the person has been doing, the negative stuff that has been doing. So certain things will just put you off and drive men away from you. So sometimes when it comes to the cultural this thing, it's also another factor. And then societal pressure too. Sometimes the society will be pressuring you to conform to beauty standards. You see, now what they do is, now there is this makeup that enhances your beauty and all that. And I want bats. Then you go and do tummy tag. And I want to have that flat tummy. I want to have that big bats. And then I want my cheeks to be, to be a little bit lifted up. My lips to be big because now when you have big lips, so you end up doing all these things. That is pressure.
Somebody says that you see someone at an event and she looks like a 10, right? Then you visit her one day in her house and the same person looks like 25.
It's the makeup that has
no, it's not the makeup. In other words, the corset and everything else that she's been wearing.
That is why nowadays they don't go for the corset. They rather go and do the tummy tag.
Okay.
Tummy sag, the liposuction and all that. Then they drain the fats to fill the parts to make it attractive to men and all that.
How different is that from the recent one they called Ozempic?
Oh, then
you haven't heard of Ozempic?
I know of the lipo and then the tummy tag.
If you haven't heard of Ozempic, then I'm not sure Nana has heard of Ozempic yet. Have you heard of Ozempic? See,
is it a sex style?
No, it's not a sex style. Not every new thing is a sex style.
No, that's why I don't know.
See.
My research basically goes on to sex styles and that kind of thing, but that Olympics or whatever they call
it's not Olympics, it's called Ozempic.
Ozempic. Okay.
Now, what did you say? Olympic?
Now, Obi or no, your background, you know my dear friend, Ozempic, and I'm here, Bema.
Oh, yes. So, can you throw light on that?
Ozempic weight loss, Ozempic weight loss.
Ozempic.
Yes, Ozempic.
Harry.
Yes.
Now you were talking about why pretty women, nice women,
yes,
with my Coca-Cola shape, are finding very difficult or are mostly single. Is it finding difficult or they are single?
They stay single.
They stay single. Most of them, some of them, most maybe 70% of them is focused on personal goals. They have vision. That's personal goals. So if the person is focusing on his personal goals, marriage is something that is out. Even they find it being difficult to go into a relationship. So those people are there. And some people also make themselves like high standard.
High class.
If you area no hombobia, because so abando chronic, especially in the kakisa, or sa. You get it?
Yeah.
So those ladies also find it very difficult, or at times, men normally wish to approach them, and the men also realize that no way, but not the woman if you even want someone to approach. There is this comedy that I watched that the lady was on phone and telling someone on the phone, say, "Aha, mema, oh, omu yobia," and unfortunately, somebody just came around and took the phone off. Then mema bro. So omu yes. You see, so those people are there, and as she said, some of them too, with past experience, they want to. Because of past experience, they just feel like because of my beauty, somebody just came and picked me up and used, and after that dumped me. So I don't feel like going into any relationship now.
Okay.
And some of them too also is they want their independence, as she said. I don't want a situation whereby, when they are beautiful. I don't want to use the word pretty. When they are beautiful, I'm going to say, Kofodia flowers. It's like so beautiful that you cannot even take off your eyes. Yeah, we shall want mean you any. Wow. So those people, it's like they don't want people to come close to them. They think that I have to have my independence. I have to, if I go close from work, Adiminya Bema mandate me akodi fried rice. Now if you na maybe they feel Bema so maybe feel Bema so I can say I don't know be by this time. They want their privacy. So such people also find it difficult because they are beautiful. Also, you see at the party or non autonomous. So that one is also a factor. Moreover, looking at it, some of them too think that they have limited opportunities in their own personal life.
Okay.
You get it? There are certain opportunities they've just let it go. So they don't get it back. Especially, let me use you for an example. There's an adage that says that Menisam and also so I'm using you as an example. You propose to someone, the lady realized that I say I am a class. You get it. Now want somebody like Henry to come back, but not getting it anymore. So all these things are things that normally happens, that the beautiful girls that we cannot take our eyes off find it very difficult, or they sometimes 80% of them remain single.
Okay.
Because there are a lot of things that we think that we can go off with, but those people know they are interested.
Okay, so in Innocent Sense, something says saying that misconceptions and intimidation. Like many people assume that attractive women are already taken or constantly approached by others, which can lead some men to feel intimidated or hesitant to approach them. Also, some potential partners may perceive attractive women as unapproachable or high maintenance, potentially assuming they have a higher likelihood of rejecting advances. I have a personal experience from my uni days, but I will not go into that.
Except for the sake of our listeners.
For the sake of our listeners. Oh no, it was a simple thing where there was this lady, because the faculty is usually made up of one or two or three different departments. So she wasn't really in our department. She was in another one. So, but I could always hear the guys talking about this person, but I had not seen who this person was. So on this particular day, they were still talking. I at the balcony, I just got up of the classroom and came to them and asked them, so Charlie, we check where you guys they talk about like that. Then they pointed her, and there was this. We had this shed where we had the banana seller. She was, I don't know how she managed to be the only one at the car park to sell. So I saw her. I could see that she was going to the banana seller's place.
But wait, a drone action are coming, Masaman.
Darby.
Okay.
No,
for the sake of, I'm just talking about intimidation. This is a typical example of what intimidation does. So I went to the banana seller's place as well and told the banana seller that whatever she's buying, I'm paying. Okay. So I bought a similar amount. And
no, wait.
Nah.
So I introduced myself. She introduced herself too. I actually took her number. I didn't even have a phone at that time. Then I came back. Yes. Then I came back to the balcony and showed the number to the guys that, so this is what you guys have wanted all week. You've been discussing. And I took the number and went off. What I'm trying to say is...
No, what I want to also find out from you is that your old boy has given you small coins. You went to the school and went and bought a full banana.
Full banana, how much was it? Kumasi, the things don't cost that much.
Banana?
Yes.
And say, go, because that time now you don't want to even eat banana, but because of her.
Oh, no. I actually bought banana.
No, were you interested in...
Oh, I would have gone there anyway.
But not at that particular moment?
No, not at that time, yes.
Okay.
So,
no further comments.
So, yes. Here is somebody who was... What do you perceive say? She read a higher course compared with what we were reading. She had her own car.
Okay.
And... basically didn't have too many friends like that, so she was always alone. She was always alone. She actually didn't even live on campus. You get it? So I guess the car, she looked polished. It was quite a put off, or it was intimidating to a lot of the guys. But I mean, some of these things, they don't really push me. If I want to approach, that's just me. I will. The worst you can say is no. Yeah. So I already am prepared for both. But if you stay back and all you do is have your own perceptions about these people, it will be hard, because some of these very nice looking women are some of the most interesting people you find around. Okay. No,
I know a certain woman that way back in Accra, she said she was not interested. No, that's why I say woman.
But what did he also say?
Lady. So that means that on any yepe.
Oh no.
You can use woman for.
No, make sure say. Only there any reference.
No.
No. That time no yet. Our class, our swag.
Namina swag.
Oh, na says our time there. I'm not talking about swag like we'll say. What I'm trying
swag
to say
is
that
swag.
She's somebody that she
don't
was.
Sound
she
like
was
a
my
politician.
Boss. You get? Oh, no, it's me for. Hey, we get there permanent age. She was my boss. She's older than me. That kind of thing.
Okay.
Permutation and fat. But what that I was saying is, she decided that she's not going to get married. She was nice, beautiful. Like say, we no nasa okasa what the year.
Topic time.
It will not be easy. But the thing is that she doesn't want to. She wants her independence, freedom. She doesn't want anybody to say, why are you coming home? Normally, she will be at the office. Office normally close at 5. She can be there till 8 o'clock. No, after said, "Now go in." Because she's staying at Dansuman. Then I'll come back to Bubuash. You get it? And every day, I don't see that one day that she said, "I'm going out." Like, I have a friend, or I have some boyfriend who is coming to me. I was asking, when him say, so if the woman is trying to discipline the guys when they misbehave, you get, normally they make that statement. So I asked myself, one day that I was driving here, so we were just discussing, then I asked her mom, so Madam Dabena, then she just told me that for her thought is not to get married, but want to give birth.
Yeah, that's also like it's one of the things I wanted us to come to. So if you can go into that.
Yeah, he said I don't want to get married, but I want to give birth. And do you know what the funny thing? I'm not going to take any person ordinary like that. I'm going in for a married person.
What?
So that yes, I want a married person. Then my children will be having a responsible father, but I'm going to take care of them.
No, so someone should be married to this man, but you only want a baby from this man.
She just wants a baby.
How?
Like, my man and papa, hey Henry.
You want to be a man and a woman at the same time.
That is all. I don't want, because I don't want to. You know, maybe somebody listening may know.
But I mean, it's. It might not be peculiar to her alone. There are so many ladies.
The woman is having cash. Yeah. Like she's one of the second director of the company.
So it's like those positions. No, let's not bring them into it.
No, it's like so taking care of the kids is a problem.
Yes.
So you just want to know that
single person.
No, the thing is that she.
That's a choice.
It's not a choice per se. You know,
maybe it comes with previous experience.
So previous experience means that what you were beaten by water, so when it's raining, you won't pass through the rain again.
It could be possible that she has dated, she find out that it did not help. Maybe she has dated single.
And that guy also probably was having somebody else.
Yeah, it could be possible that way. So that is her thought. And I was surprised when she was saying that. Now because we say, we partner can be me boss. Because I see the luxury the woman was having. You get it? All these opportunities, you know. So some people are there and they have their own personal reasons of deciding.
Okay.
And she's you can so about sebi. She was it's like hardly for people to even approach. Even the
way she has carried herself.
The way she has carried herself.
Yes. So unless
those who
it is not her fault.
It's her position.
No, it's not even her position. She's developed that persona over time, right?
Okay.
And for most average guys, or even people who are up there, they get easily intimidated by a woman who is principled, a woman who is disciplined, a woman who knows that my yes is yes, my no is no, a woman who is also a go-getter. Most men are intimidated by that.
Yeah, for that one, sure.
So it is not her fault. It's just that she's not come across somebody who can tolerate that side of temperament from her and sweep her off her feet. That hasn't happened to her. Okay, that's why it seems like that.
No, I don't know, but because this thing was somewhere way back in.
Are you still in contact?
Oh, it's about 2000.
Oh, by now, when you know,
No. She has given birth, though, but not married.
Really?
Yeah.
So did she lie with this person to go through the whole process of sex, pregnancy, and all those things? No, because what others also do now is to go for artificial insemination. Do you understand?
Yes, but I don't think she'll go in for that.
No, you'll be surprised, you know.
No, the reason I say I don't think she'll go in for that is because she wants somebody to be called as Mebani Papeni. You get it? Now, where you being there. Now, Obia Kulu Queens and Wabas Banashan, Mefani didn't told will you agree? What was I've not. Do you know there's something that we normally say is that the whole Ghana, the whole world, what is painful?
Hey.
Sure, it's not easy to impregnate somebody.
Okay.
Something that it has been with you during your childhood up to now. You just give not is it teaspoon that gets you pregnant? A drop. Just a drop.
Who are you asking me?
then you realize that the drop is something that is making somebody so much that the person can even decide to go and eat anything that the person wants.
Okay. Listeners, you're listening to the Topic Time segment on the Orange Lounge here on Radio Max 105.1 FM. A little breather, I'll be back with you.
The Orange Lounge, Wednesday nights, 7 to 10 p.m. on Radio Max 105.1 FM with your host, HKO Live.
Right. Someone agrees with you, but no, actually disagrees. It's out to par. But it's easy.
The person hasn't tried.
And the person is not a man, obviously.
That's why.
Yeah.
You should go and ask the men. We can even testify. You're true. You are here, so I don't have to even worry myself.
Why are you bringing him into this?
Oh, no, I just gave a proverb that many sound on each other. You get it? Which means that I can use you as a point of.
Okay, so we've gotten a few messages concerning Topic Time today. From Dennis, he says that the new feminist masculinity sweeping through the current generation is also a cause. So it's like for some of these women, they feel as though they are equal to men.
Yes.
So, yes. But what they forget is not everything is about money. There is a position that men are given. There's a position that's given to women. You cannot be a woman and be in the position of a man. Okay. We are not talking about work or functionality, but there is something that is manly.
I've given you one example.
Yeah.
Atupebu.
Okay, so from...
Can you compete with a man?
From Jojo, he says that it's not just hot women. All women and all men are running away to be single.
That is the... No, I have a small...
That is a broad...
Yeah, I have
so in other words, the ones who really want to get into relationships are few now.
I have a boy who is one of my guys that I'm working with. I said, my friend, you are growing. Why don't you settle down? I said, boss, all that I want is to get somebody pregnant. Now, that's all.
Okay.
I'm not interested of settling down.
Now that is what most guys are into.
Okay,
they're afraid to settle down, but they just want to give way.
I see.
I don't know.
So what do they want those children to inherit in terms of family values?
I don't know. See, I think some people. I once had an encounter with this gentleman. We were just having a conversation, and he popped in and was like, what his uncle did to his auntie and his uncle's wife did to him in his presence. For him, he has vowed not to marry because the woman has really, the woman maltreated the man. And then at the end of the day, he also made the children to hate the man. So the man was even sick, and none of his children. And it's not somebody that the man was just any ordinary man. This is a man who was well-to-do. But the woman poisoned the children against the man and also maltreated the man. When the man got sick, they left the man. So what he saw, that thing has put in some fear.
Broad discussion.
Yeah.
It has put in some fear in him that no. So he has decided not to
get married.
Yes.
Okay.
But we'll just give birth.
Yes, but to settle down because the fear of someone doing it to him.
My thing is that this thing just doesn't live with you alone. All right, you are, because of circumstances which perhaps didn't affect you directly, or you were just a witness to. You are now of the view that the offspring you want to have should not have a father figure or so in her life because you saw one when you were growing up which didn't go so well.
No,
or you saw the bad side of one.
That's what we normally learn, or when we are with some people, whatever happens is what they learn from. You get it? as she was saying, if I'm there and I realize that my uncle is suffering in the hands of a woman, my uncle has the woman has made the children, that's my cousins, not even, or they don't want to even see the face. Yeah, let me tell you something. Whenever a woman, some, I should come, but almost when I say a woman, it's not about some, because 99.99%, you get it, left with 0.001, which are maybe pure in doing that, or not to do that. When you give your son or your child 9 cedis, and if your child wants 10 cedis, and you give your child 9 cedis, the 1 cedi that the woman is adding it up, the woman put value on the 1 cedi than your 9 cedis. I don't know whether you get it.
I'm listening.
When you want to give your child, when your child is demanding for money, and the money that your child needs is 10 cedis, and you being the father, at that particular moment, you have only 9 cedis, or you have the same 10 cedis with you, but you want to spend 1 cedi as TNT or do something with the 1 cedi, and you give your child 9 cedi, and if the mother is adding just the 1 cedi to it, the mother put value on the 1 cedi, thinking that the 1 cedi is more important than the 9 cedi the father has already given.
I see.
And that makes it very, very, that's most relationship or most children nowadays, or they are not like grown-ups that doesn't like their fathers and that kind of thing. These are some of the things. There are so many issues. Because when the father is paying the fees, doing everything, and the father cannot even buy biscuits, biscuit for the children to go to school.
Snack.
Okay, snack in context. And the parent, the mother tries to buy the snack at one particular day. The mother thinks that buying the snack is more important than even the fees the father has paid.
Anyway, Rosemont says these women they don't want any trouble.
So you see. And Mr. Henry, do you know that now even some men they want to bring this kind of Western attitude? Like me, if I want to settle, it has to be on a contract. Let's say we stay for 2 years. Then after 2 years, we go our separate ways.
I see.
That's what some two are now trying to do.
Dr. Abekwish says that they don't prefer. It's due to complexity of situations. So, just like the examples you guys have given, it's like people want to eat their cake and have it. You know, they want to avoid the challenges that come with long-term relationship, and yet want to enjoy the fruits of long-term relationship. Okay, so it's more or less looking like a human orchestrated system, just like the political game that we have ongoing, so that once they can accrue the benefits that people who genuinely go into marriage get, or that is children, companionship, and the like, they feel that I can make do with companionship with my girlfriends, but I can't have a child through my girlfriend. So let me get a man who gives me a child, then companionship, I'll get that from my friends. And over time, we realize that there is this group of ladies, friends.
They become friends.
They've been friends for long, and each of them has like one child, two, with these two different guys. And it's become fashionable.
And now it has become a norm even in Ghana.
Yes. So what I tend to ask then is that it is not just about you and what you are doing today, but you have planted a similar seed in this child you are bringing up. So the normal family setting where you will have a father, mother, and children, now you're going to have another generation coming through, which will be just a woman with children and their children also following suit. Or if it's the opposite, probably a man with children. And it's not like it is a circumstance which has brought about this single life to them. It's their own design, their own making, and that's how they have decided to channel their lives in that direction, because they feel this other person, I can only the most important thing I want from them is just the babies, and that's it.
Also comes in place when men started being, or men are afraid of that property grabbing. You get it?
Oh, okay.
Yes. Most women, after getting married and then go to the ordinance and go and do their ordinance marriage, for example, they tend to, or they think that now I owned the man, or the man's property, it's mine, or it's ours. It's, you know, say if or yeah, if she's doing something, then the man go and say or says anything, let's file for divorce. As soon as they file for divorce, which means that some of the properties will be split, and then she will get. So if men realizing that and decide, no, let me be on my single tree, so that all that I'm suffering for belongs to my children. And I want to find out a day I'll hear that there's a will that I'll read, or I'll hear a woman has done a will that
all his properties
to a man and the children.
Unless outside the Western world.
I just want to find out if that thing can happen. So whether you've also heard some before in Ghana, that a woman has willing every property of to the husband and then the children.
Nana and his questions.
I don't know. I'm here to find out if anyone has any evidence of that, so I can just forward that.
So far as
that one to you.
So far as it's there in life, if it's happened on a certain land somewhere before, I think the possibility is there, but it will be something that will be very rare to find.
There's this man there, this woman. Okay, that one is it can be nice, but let me share this one. The man is having 6 estate houses.
Let me do this message also. This one comes from Reverend Enimfu, who is listening to us in Winneba. It says that because they get what they want from other men, and men don't want responsibility nowadays, so if such women are available, they also get them. So it's like having a market for the thing. If the women are available and all they desire is to have children, the men to meet this demand are also available.
Yeah, they are there.
Okay. And also he says that some ladies have taken that advantage of that too. So whereas the women are taking advantage of the men, well, the men are also doing the same. Okay. It's 27 after 9 p.m. You are listening to the Orange Lounge here on Radio Max 105.1 FM. This show comes your way every Wednesday night between 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. What we'll do here is pretty simple. We relax you in our first hour between 7 and 8 with music, carefully selected, of course, and then between 8 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. we do the tricky debate. Then between 8:45 and 9:45 is what we are doing now, the topic time. Coming up later on is Nana's Dilemma at 9:50 p.m. So you do have quite a lot coming your way as well. Tonight we are looking at why do hot women stay single here on Topic Time. So far we've looked at why are so many pretty women single, and which one of the reasons is prevalent, especially today, and why. I'm grateful that we don't have cameras in the studio to capture some of the naughtiness of my guests in the studio. But it's all good. It's all good. So thank you very much for being there for us. If you have a comment on what we are discussing right now, you can send us a WhatsApp or a text message to 024 488-3008. And of course, if you're outside Sekondi Takoradi, you can listen to us online via the Zeno app, whether on the iOS store or the App Store for Android. You can find us. Just download the app, install it, and search for Radio Max Takoradi, and you'll be listening to us live. We have 30 more minutes to go on the show.
Topic time.
Right, so next up, let's look at what are some practical steps men should use to approach these pretty women. Miss Philo, you go first.
Okay. So, some of the steps that men can use to approach them is one, they need to develop confidence. That is, work on their self-esteem, their body language, and then their communication skills. And then two, they need to prepare mentally. Why should they be being focused on being respectful, genuine, and open-minded? Don't go and fake them. Don't that pretentious attitude. No, you don't do that. So you open up mentally, prepare your mind. You focus on being respectful. So when the respectfulness comes in, when you are ready, that no, what should I approach her? Whatever she tells me, I'm ready to tolerate it.
Okay.
Yes, I wouldn't also go overboard or something to, retaliate whatever the person says. And then you have to dress well. Dress well. Present yourself attractively. And then what? Authentically. Some men don't know how to dress. Sometimes combinations, it's not combination. And then the shoe is not shoeing. And the perfume is not perfume. So all this. So before you approach any lady, at least these are some of the things that you need to check up. How you dress. With the simple, neat, presentable. When the lady sees wow, yes, he's well dressed and all that. Your shoe should be at least with a shine. Do you get it? It shouldn't be open. That it's more like you see open shoe. And that kind of thing. And then when you
wait, when it happens, it should happen.
It means I but it's true. Sometimes when you see such men wearing those shoes and they approach you, it's quite annoying. Also, you look at a person from head to toe.
So this thing that they say that the first thing a woman sees about you is your shoes. It's quite true, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, I know they're very, very.
So you actually, how do you ladies do it? You are looking at the person's face, but yet you notice his shoe first.
Oh yes.
How is that possible?
Nasa oba. Into oba na oba no. The name basic from aspectable. I said one must work on.
I see.
Before the person raises the head up.
So that's like a split second thing,
But you wouldn't know. But just like the way you guys have a way of approaching a lady. Yes. And then there are some to be like checking how you smell and all that. Wow. Are you smelling good? Do you see? So even if your hair is bushy and that's your style, at least it has to be well kept and all that. So there should be eye contact. You establish brief words. Brief, respectful eye contact before approaching. Or before you approach the lady, you need to have that eye contact. Smile. Don't frown.
Okay.
Put up a smile. You see, sometimes you see a true smile. We can even communicate. Sometimes you may not even know the person, but true smile. Oh, smile! I almost want smiling.
You do that a lot.
Yes, that's me.
You do that a lot. It's the first thing I noticed when the first time we met. That was the first thing I noticed.
I smile.
Yes. She smiles.
And you see, when the person puts up, that means the person is welcoming whatever you want to tell.
Yes.
So you put up a smile.
So men should smile.
Yes. There are some men, even when they are smiling, it's like they are not.
I say, almost smiley.
So just as I said, the smile shows a genuine warmth and then friendliness.
Okay.
And then gentle approach. Avoid sudden or aggressive movements. What is that? No. Take your time. let the steps be steps in. Like my step, like calculated to at least mine anything. And then open-ended questions. So like you can start conversations with interesting thoughts, provoking questions. And then you have to listen actively, engage with her response, and then show interest. Even when you are not happy with whatever she's saying, you just show interest, be nodding. Okay, is that so?
Yes.
At least listen to whatever we have to say. Then when you get to the house, you do your own addition and subtraction, and then see whether the thing ever finance say anything. So I think these are some of the things that they need to do before they meet them. So going further, we talk about how to start a conversation and all that. I think that I would have to.
Okay, so from Winifred, who is single, she says that we are single because most men can't approach us and are scared because of their heads. We are well to do. Because in their heads, we are well to do. And if you are a man and you are coming, you should come well prepared and looking sexy as usual. In fact, first impressions are very necessary and important.
You said the name is
Winnie.
From
Takoradi.
Okay.
Oh, I should repeat what she said.
Oh no, I mean from Takoradi.
Yes.
Well.
Well, are you confused by what she said?
I just
is it? No, I think it's the last. this part that she says that if you are a man and you are coming, you should come well prepared and looking sexy as usual. That's the part which confused you.
The well prepared.
That is financially.
That is what I want to find out.
She's not really said it that. Come financially prepared.
No, but you see, well prepared, it's open.
Yes,
it's an open statement. Yes, so it's kind of like well prepared. That yes, if I get you,
are stable.
If I get you, I'm not making reference to her per se.
So it could be well prepared in a such that don't come and play around with me.
Yes,
right.
Get prepared.
Because some guys do that.
Oh yes, a lot.
They just approach ladies, and they just want to play around with the lady.
No, so I say. I remember when those days we bet. That was the early 90s and that kind of thing. Schools, cool school. We bet that especially they say that girl we are tough pa. I tell you. That time you able to you can say yes. Hey, what? Remember we say wallahi. This one there. Then you bet, especially when you work from our school. To that school, and the girl that they said is tough is the one that we want to go and win the heart. Not because we want the girl.
That's to prove a point.
Yeah, we want to prove a point. It's Ben 90 St. John's. Aqua Bishop Potter girls. You get it. Go there, even not free as too. You just go. Make sure that you are getting the girl, that girl in question. After making all effort to win her, they just come and stand at the school that's winning. So as she is saying, get prepared because don't make yourself like you are coming to do like those days that we were doing those things.
And also,
not Matra Makwe. This one there is like after winning the lady, it's not because you love her, it's because you realize that she's somebody that maybe. Each and every one of like your case for example, like each and everyone wish to have her.
Yeah.
So you just want to go forward and do whatever he wants to do because it's not a matter of you going with love.
The matter that like try out just this lady she's classic, she's like she's on top there. Okay, let me. This lady cry, even if I approach her, okay, let me try and see. So the person came not because he was prepared, but he just wanted to test waters and see how the lady be. So the preparedness may come in.
Well, okay, so with these women we are looking at, some of them may not be like young anymore. Okay, so if you are a guy and you are coming around, it means that you want a serious relationship. That's what I'm picking from what she sent.
And it should be matured.
Yes, not necessarily. Maturity counts.
Yes.
Yes, but you need someone who can also play a little, responsibly.
Oh no, by being matured, the playing, the responsibility, everything is in there.
So if this person is fully matured, what are you going to teach him?
But there are some matured people that's not everything that they know when it comes to mathematics.
So they know only a few stuff.
Yes. So you just bring the new ones on board.
Okay.
Nana, give me some. The pinch bar.
The pinch bar.
The plasma.
I'm told you said there's another one called Robocop.
Okay, and that one, how do you do it? Nana, show us. That one, how do you do it?
Robocop, I have no idea where it came from.
We have the tabletop.
See,
so the tabletop is the one like the lady sits on the table?
Yes.
Okay.
There's one that one is very interesting. And that one normally happens at the kitchen.
I see.
In the kitchens too.
Okay.
So let's do our final bit on this one before we call it quit on topic time tonight. Is it okay for a woman to remain single for as long as she lives? Is it practically possible?
I think this one also.
No, like possible, like a woman.
I want to stay single forever.
Yes, like
I don't want to get married.
Not that she wants to be a sister, as the Catholics refer to. But
now, one person your romance sister now, so yes, single. Even the Bible will not accept that.
Then you are referring to the Bible.
No,
the Bible says that if you can't,
then go and be a romance sister.
No, that's not what the Bible said. That's not what the Bible said. It says you can remain single.
I love the context. I love that statement. If you can, if you can,
and the person has decided.
If you can, remain single.
Yes.
If you can. The word can is there.
Yes.
Get married to what?
What?
If you can, get married to. Thank you. So the word can is there. So let's assume if the person can, then stay single.
Yes.
Which means that no side anything. No, it is not prudent. Our society does not allow that. When a woman elsewhere, they even have a question mark to that. Okay. But in our society, it doesn't allow when even if the person stays single to a certain age, there are a lot of things that people see about that person. I just give you an example about the woman that when in case she wants to do something or restrict or make sure that you are doing the right thing, then they will ask you, even your colleague, your fellow women, would say, so bad that we here, and I say, Bema that we here, and can you not behave as the way you are behaving? You get it?
Yeah.
Because they have that, in our culture says that when you are married, there are certain behaviors of yours, you don't do it. Because, which means that your wife normally gives you advice or your husband gives you an advice on certain things.
So are you trying to say, then what of those married men that sometimes they act out of board? Is it the advice the wife gave them?
That's why I said that in every situation you can get things like that. So there are a lot of things that goes on. By remaining single to the time you die, either you go for a romance sister, because I don't know, but research says that when women, as she's here, she can even if he can decide to deny. Within the month, there's some period that you prefer having sex.
Okay.
They use the dido.
So, at the day they were hosting because you should dido. It's because you don't want stress. There's natural thing.
That's why we said they are shying away from responsibilities. They don't want you to control them. Hey, where are you?
You get it. So
close from
it is the society doesn't allow us. So women who one way or the other have that thought in their mind, they should try as much as possible to rethink about that decision.
Okay.
Because remaining single is something that if your parents were single, like, you will not be there.
Okay.
And if your parents give birth to you, say me person, I just want to give birth, and after that the man passes away, I can have my own lifestyle. The training up of your child tends to be your responsibility. Not that because you don't have the funds, you have the funds, but there are certain things that you need to learn. The child also needs to learn from the father or from the mother. So at that point, when you are single, that you think that I can be single and mingle, don't forget that the single and mingle, the mingle comes with so many responsibilities.
Okay. Well, I think that should do it for topic time tonight. Tonight we've been looking at why hot women are remaining single nowadays in our society. Okay, so what I'm getting from you guys is that they are very pretty, so they are in relationships a lot, but also in between relationships, they are single a lot. Number two, because they are so pretty, a lot of guys are afraid to approach them or just assume that they are all taken. So they are single unless they decide to do the approaching themselves. Maybe they are not that pretty and you are one of the few who think they are. So again, they are single. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. Then they may look pretty on the outside, but maybe not so much on the inside. You heard the saying, no matter how hot somebody is, somewhere out there is someone who is tired of putting up with their nonsense. It's well-known saying for a reason. Then they just aren't interested in relationships and are placing their focus on other areas of their lives, which is also allowed because it is better to live by yourself in peace than to be with someone who will keep you perhaps in pieces.